Thanks, Eric. UMass is extremely confident coming into today's game after winning 4 of their last 6 to end the season last year. One message Mark Whipple sent to his team was win the opener. UMass has not won a home opener since 2011. Also talking with head coach Mark Whipple, his keys to the game: play extremely physical at the line of scrimmage on both sides of the ball, get the ball into his playmakers' hands on offense, and on offense, play extremely fast. Look for UMass to push tempo, go a lot of no huddle, and try to wear down this Duquesne team.
Hey, Matt, I know that they changed the kickoff rule, and you were a kicker here at UMass at one point in time. What do you make of them not only making the game safer, but trying to take what I think is really essentially the pooch kickoff out of the game?
I mean, I understand player safety, and I'm all for that, but being a kicker, I mean, that's one of the most exciting plays in football, is booting the ball down there and sprinting down the field, trying to make a tackle, and for the return team also be able to take one to the house. So I can see it going both ways. I like that they're tweaking with it, moving the ball around from different yard lines, from the 35, then it was the 30, back up to the 35, and like you said, making sure there has to be 5 players on each side of the kicker.
Yeah.
Thanks, Eric. Yeah, Joe Moglia said that he felt his team was playing well in the first half. He said they were playing extremely hard. They made too many mistakes with the turnovers, and they had the one critical penalty on the offensive side of the football, and that was the holding call that negated the touchdown. He said in the second half, we just need to do a better job of taking advantage of our opportunities, whether it's turnovers or made field goals. Guys, back to you. Correct. Buckshot is his given middle name. His father, Steve Calvert's favorite NASCAR driver growing up was Buckshot Jones. He loved the name because it stood out. He said if he ever had a son, he wanted to name him Buckshot, but his wife Kim said no. They settled on using it as his middle name, and at age 8, that's when his father, Steve, started calling him Buckshot at athletic events, and it started to catch on with his coaches, his teammates, and ever since then, he's been going by Buckshot. Back to you guys.
Matt Goldstein kicked here, and Matty, even before the penalties, it might have been tough for Cooper Garcia to be able to kick into that. Look what it's doing to that net.
Yeah, the wind, it swirls so much, especially on that side of the stadium, the way that the wind blows, that you never know that, and you can't, like I said earlier, you can't really judge the flags on the top of the uprights, because at field level, the wind blows completely different at times than what it is on the top of the uprights, and you have to throw something up in the air. You grab a leaf or some trash to kind of get what the wind is like on field level.
Goldstein.
A key for today for UMass is to continue the progress the defense has made since the bye week. Through the first 7 games of the season, UMass defensively was giving up 44 points a game, but since that bye week, just 20 points a game. Talking with Mark Whipple this week, what was the big difference? Well, first, they got Jarrell Addo back, who missed the first 6 games of the season. Isaiah Rogers missed the first 2 games of the season, and in those first 7 games, there were so many injuries that guys weren't practicing all week long. They were just strapping it up on game day. So there was a lack of communication and that familiarity with each other. They have that back since the bye week. See if UMass can contain a very high-powered Liberty offense, averaging 34 points a game. Back to you guys. Here we are with victorious coach Mark Whipple. And coach, can you talk about the adversity that your team went through? You were leading, gave up the lead down by 14, the way they were able to battle back 2 weeks in a row that this team has battled back for victories.
Yeah, in the fourth quarter, I said to myself, this isn't the same team I coached last week in UConn, and then they ended up being the same team. So great job by the seniors, all of them. Really happy for those guys. We got our composure back and hung in there. Ross did a nice job, and some young guys. Izzy played great, so it was a great team win.
Yeah, Andy Isabella sets a UMass record, over 300 yards receiving in the game. How were you able to utilize them so effectively today?
Well, we thought there were some things that we had, and the other guys played good. We protected pretty well, and then we just he's a great player, a great kid. So we got him the ball and he made the plays.
Defensively at halftime, what were you able to do to make adjustments to stop those big plays down the field?
Well, we had to double Gandy. He's a great player. Couldn't handle him one-on-one. They didn't really go back to him, but we doubled him a little bit, and then guys hung on there, and just great win.
All right, congratulations, Coach.
Yeah, thanks, Matt.
You guys talked about the hydration issues that Coastal Carolina was having. Well, they're also having problems staying warm. You usually don't see the heaters out in mid-October, but Coastal brought the heaters with them. I asked the equipment staff, how often do you use these and why do you need them today? He said, oh, anytime it's cold. I said, 52 is cold? He said, for us, anything below 65 feels cold. Right now, temperatures in Myrtle Beach, 80 degrees. Back to you guys.
Here's Matt.
Usually missed field goals, not that big of a deal, but kickers have been very successful against UMass. In fact, kickers have made their last 51 of last 54 field goals, dating back all the way since November of 2015. That's 3+ seasons. 23 straight field goals before that miss. The last missed field goal against UMass last September at Tennessee. Great time for a missed field goal, guys.
Touchdown, down to Matt.
Thanks, guys. Just talked to Turner Gill, and he said, hey, flat out, UMass played better than us in the first half. We made some good plays offensively, but we need to execute much better on the defensive side of the football. The biggest thing defensively is we have to limit the explosive plays, especially Andy Isabella. Guys, back to you.
Here from the winners, Matt Goldstein is downstairs.
Thanks, guys. Here with head coach Joe Moglia. And coach, first let's talk about the defense. UMass came in averaging over 36 yards a game. You hold them to 13 points. Talk about the defensive game plan.
Well, I mean, Marvin Sanders, the defensive coordinator, and the entire defensive staff and our defensive players. We stepped up. We stepped up from the beginning. We did a good job. They have a very potent offense, so I'm really incredibly proud of the job that the defense did.
Offensively, the game plan, rotating in 3 quarterbacks. How did that play to your advantage?
I don't know if it played to our advantage or not, but our first guy was hurt, and then the other 2 guys are freshmen, and they each have their respective skill sets. So we just try to do everything we can, not to ask any one of them to do something they can't do, and that was what we did.
And penalties, you talked to us this week about needing to limit the penalties after last week's game. Only 3 penalties. One, of course, you were just taking the penalty. Talk about how disciplined your team played.
Well, a big thing for us is we can't beat ourselves, and penalty prevention is a huge thing, a huge part of what we did. We hurt ourselves a week ago. We did a great job with that tonight.
All right, thanks. Congratulations,
Thanks,
Coach.
Thank you. Thank you.
Let's head down to the field to Matt Goldstein.
Thanks, guys. Charlie Strong coming out just talked to me about what really went wrong in the first half. He said it all comes down to discipline. It was turnovers. It was penalties, 2 turnovers, 6 penalties. We're not a very disciplined team, is what he said. That's what USF is looking to correct this half, guys.
There's to Matt Goldstein.
Thanks, guys. One of the keys for UMass today is going to be slowing down the run. Coming into today, UMass 127th out of 129 FBS teams stopping the run. On the other side, Coastal Carolina 15th in the country. One of the things that's been stressed this week, all 11 guys playing good assignment football. Guys, back to you. Here with wide receiver Andy Isabella. And Andy, first off, congratulations on the win. You just broke the UMass single game record receiving yards, over 300 yards. Talk about today's performance.
We just kept fighting. Every down we came out and kept fighting. We never lost hope. Ross did a great job. He's a winner, and we just kept fighting until the end.
Talk about the adversity that you guys went through. It started last week at UConn. This week against Liberty, you fall behind by 2 scores. The way that your team was able to battle back. And what were you guys talking about on the sideline?
Our team deserves it, man. We work hard. It's a great group of guys. Coach Whip, he's always fighting to the end, and we just rally around Coach Whip because he always fighting to the end, and we believe in him, and he believed in us, and we get it done.
Senior day at McGurk Alumni Stadium. What's some of your greatest memories playing here?
Just playing with the guys. I mean, all that touchdowns and yards, it's just cool. But I mean, playing with the guys, that lasts forever. That lasts. These friendships that we have, that lasts forever.
All right, congratulations, Andy, and enjoy the victory.
Thank you, I appreciate it. Thank you.
With Matt.
Thanks, Jordan. First, congratulations. How does it feel, 302 yards? You broke not only the USF school record, but the American Conference record for rushing yards in a game.
It was a great feeling. All the credit goes to my offensive line. They did a great job getting the push all night long, and all the credit goes to them. Like I always say, I have the easy job. I just running, so credit to them.
What were you able to see today to have such a productive day?
Just listening to what we were doing in practice all week and then applying it to the game, and we got the job done.
To start the game, it was a close game, and then second half, that's really kind of been the theme this year for USF is the second half. What's the difference between the first half and the second half?
I mean, I don't really know the answer to that. I just know we have to do better for the following week against Tulsa. I just know we got to improve for the first half, and I'm just happy we got the W.
All right, thanks a lot, and congratulations, Jordan.
Thank you.
Thank you.